Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Goal Show. Welcome to season 5, episode 13. I hope you're all having a lovely day after some nice weekend of football. Premier League, champion, not champion, La Liga, Europa Cup, not Europa Conference League, and Bundesliga. Of course, Bundesliga. But everybody, I hope you enjoyed the nice UEFA Nations League, CONCACAF African qualifiers, all of that good stuff. We won't have normal football for a long time, and I'm gonna cry, but it's okay. I'm a tough man. I is strong. Okay. Well, everybody, welcome watching on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram Reels, TikTok, because that's cringe, and everything else. You can watch us on anything or not. But let me first introduce you to my guest on the show today. He's a fan of Juventus and AC Roma, Mr. Rigo, or Scott Sterling. How are you?
It's an honor to be in this podcast, honestly. I love it.
That's amazing.
Um,
That's You're
I
welcome.
I- I'm pretty sure you guys know about my insane saves. Yeah,
Mm, Scott Sterling.
yes,
Scott
sir.
Sterling. What a if you haven't seen that video on YouTube, everybody, it's amazing. You have to go see Scott Sterling on YouTube. They're one of the best YouTube videos in the world. Yeah. Okay.
Honestly, I'd prefer him over Ederson. Not
I
gonna lie.
prefer him over uh Van der Sar.
Onana.
No, 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 my goat. Oh,
Okay,
no, my goat. Yep.
if you say so.
Thank you. Well, everybody, welcome to the show, and let us first get into the first segment of the show where we talk about football's breaking news. So, the first breaking news is indeed about Mohamed Salah reveals to Andy Robertson advice that turned him from Chelsea flop to Premier League top scorer. So, the Egyptian king has been the Reds' standout performer since the rival in 2017, scoring an astounding 221 goals in a period which has seen the club lift both Premier League and Champions League titles. Now, 32-year-old Salah has shown no signs of slowing down, having spearheaded Arne Slot's incredible start to life at Anfield, who is the new Liverpool coach. Liverpool currently sit 5 points clear at the Premier League summit due to a small part in the forward who has registered 10 goals and 10 assists in all competitions during this season. The Egyptian captain's prolific time with the Reds is a far cry. That's a good game. In his previous spell in England's top flight rivals, Chelsea. Salah joined the Blues and from FC Basel in January 2014, who scored just twice in 19 appearances during 2 years in London and was loaned out to Fiorentina and Roma in Italy League during that time. But after reviving his career, the Rome side, following his permanent exit from Stamford Bridge, Salah has not looked back since his return to England. And the Egyptian has now revealed a piece of advice from his teammate Andy Robertson that has set him on a path to success at Anfield. Speaking on Liverpool's Reds Roundtable, Salah shared his pivotal conversation between him and the Scot after his first year at the club, which saw him 44 goals in 52 games. He said, quite early in Liverpool, after my first year, Robbo came to me and said, look, when you miss a chance, you go down like this, drop your head, everybody looks at you, and everybody is like, if a superstar is doing that, what are we doing to do? What are we going to do about that? So it was a tough day, but since then, it's stuck in my head. That's maybe the only positive thing I got from him. Laughs. So still in my mind since then, even when I miss a chance now, I smile. So yeah, even if you're a little bit frustrated, but with the time you understand the situation comes and goes, emotion comes and goes. You try to deal with it in the best possible way. Robertson's advice clearly did Salah's fortunes in front of goal, no harm, with the star going on to hit 20 goal mark in every season since a target he's on track to meet once again this season. Interesting. So yeah, I mean that's honestly great advice to give to anybody. So shout out to Rabo, the little man who talks like this. Why are you talking like this? From Liverpool. Yeah. So lovely stuff. Good motivation. Good stuff. Mr. Scott Sterling, Rigo, you got anything you want to say about that?
No, I think that's pretty good motivation. That would definitely help me. I know I've struggled a lot trying to score, sometimes in trying to make plays.
Hmm?
If I had Mo Salah tell me that, dude, honestly, I think I would definitely improve. And he knows what he's talking about. He's been in the pro scene for a while.
Mm. Yep, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. He's so beautiful. Good for him. I
He's
would
he's
take him back to
gorgeous.
Chelsea. Lovely. Okay, on to the next news. Next breaking news. Maybe Erling Haaland, Barcelona chief, name drops Man City star after transfer question. So the Norwegian striker has been a superb goal-scoring form since arriving at the Etihad Stadium in 2022. Haaland has netted a staggering 105 goals in 114 appearances across all competitions, helping City land a first Champions League title. The striker has long been linked with a future Real Madrid, but this summer move for Kylian Mbappe appear to have closed the door on a potential rival for the 24-year-old. But that could have paved the way for a switch to the rivals Barcelona, who view Haaland as a perfect replacement for 36-year-old striker Robert Lewandowski. Barcelona president Joan Laporta is understood to have pinpointed Haaland as the club's next high-profile signing before his term comes to the end at 2026. Interesting. So yes, the lure of Barcelona could tempt Haaland to move away from City and the La Liga club to see him as a perfect player to fill the Lewandowski's boots. He said, Deco, a Barcelona legend, said this: I think it's very difficult to find a striker like Robert today. There are no one or two on this level. Maybe Haaland, or maybe someone else. There are not so many of this level available. But now we're going to be obsessed with looking for any strikers now because we're going to look focused first on what Robert can do. Yeah, basically Deco was talking about him. So interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. Okay. Rigo, you got one or two words about Mr. John Laporta on him maybe getting Haaland to Barcelona?
Um, I think that's kind of unfair to Victor Roque.
Mm-hmm.
Like, isn't he on loan? Yeah, right.
Yep.
To
Sorry about
Betis.
this. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you signed a top scorer, but it's just like you're shoving away Victor Roque. It looks like you just got him just to get him, and then you just send him on loan. It's not. I don't know. I think they should use Victor Roque a lot more. And yeah, I mean Haaland probably would fit the system that Barca has, but he's not leaving Man City
No,
anytime
no,
soon.
no
Man
way.
City's like his home for a couple years at least, a couple seasons. So I think he might be going there maybe down the road, but for now, I think he's focused in City, and Barca should use the players they have instead of looking for alternative.
Yes, sir. I mean, that can only be good things. He is earning a crap load of money over there, so why not? Why not?
And
Enjoy
did
that
he
money.
didn't he score today for Norway? No, yeah, right.
What? Oh yeah, I scored today
Didn't
for
he?
Norway.
Yeah, he
Yep.
scored today, and he assisted.
So you
He
good
he had a
engineer.
software update.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Okay. On to the next news. So next news is indeed about Noni Madueke at Chelsea, which says, breaking news, I'd be fuming. Ex-Chelsea coach Jody Morris reveals how he would have dealt with disrespectful Noni Madueke gesture. So the Blues winger made a sharp exit after being taken off during Sunday's 1-1 draw against Arsenal. And yes, his antics were spotted by the crowd at Stamford Bridge, with Morris, who's previously been Chelsea's assistant manager, unhappy with the winger's behavior. Asked how he would react, the manager, if one of his players has done the same thing, he said, I'd be fuming. Listen, sometimes there are mitigating circumstances which may have transpired before that happened. You never know. Sometimes players have got little niggles and they're moaning about it, and then they try to act like they're going down the tubble because they're injured, parentheses. But no, I'd be fuming. I think that we've got a manager that would address this initially which would be the best thing to do. It's not just disrespectful to your teammates, but to the fans as well. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, I did see that as well too, with Noni Madueke going off after he was kind of pissed. So yeah, it's little sad. I mean, some players didn't play and they, are still happy about it, but I guess he wanted more for himself. I mean, every player wants more. So, surprise, surprise. Okay. Anything you want to say, Mr. Scott Sterling?
Yeah, I think that's a little unprofessional of him. I think his feelings got the better of him. He's a pretty good player. I love him. He's insanely good at Chelsea. I think he's low key underrated. He just got called up for his international debut not too long. Or was it today too?
And he assisted well too.
And he assist, yeah, he's a solid player. I think it was just his feelings got the better of him. And obviously, as a football player myself, you want to have as much time as you can. So I'm not defending him. I'm just saying I understand him. I think he could have handled the situation a little better. As a
Yep.
manager, I probably would have been a little upset about that too.
Yep. Can't blame me for that. Can't blame me for that at all. All right. On to the next news. So, next news. Oh, this is a good one. Oh God, there's so many pictures from this that I couldn't put on because it is not safe for work. Breaking
Hey yo,
news. Yep, breaking news. Referee David Coote tried to organize drug parties before Tottenham versus Man City game while the fourth official. So, a shock report by The Sun says Coote was making arrangements during the Carabao Cup tie last month, a match where he wants to be the fourth official. And yes, the professional game match officials limited TGMOL after a video widely circulated on social media of foul mouth rant about Jurgen Klopp. Yep, if you didn't already see that video, there is a video of him talking about Jurgen Klopp, calling him the C word, not nice word, and some other rude things. So, yep, ongoing station. The Sun then subsequently published another damaging video that showed Coote snorting a white powder in his hotel room during the Euro 2024 in Germany, where he was officiating, and now further called into question the conduct of one of English football's leading referees. The report adds Coote booked the room at 7:38 p.m., which was just 37 minutes before the game was due to start, before sending the booking notification to someone else at 8:04, just over 10 minutes before kickoff. Coote said then, "I have sent another message to a friend about the planned evening," said. The pal told Sun, or David Coote's pal told Sun, on the day of the game, he was messaging me repeatedly wanting a drug party after he'd finished at Spurs. He didn't book the travel lodge until until kickoff, but then sent a notification 11 minutes from the game starting. It was crazy. Ooh, all right, Mr. David Coote, interesting, mate. Rigo, one or two words about this, Mr. David Coote calling Jurgen Klopp a C word and also doing some sniffy.
I think that's hilarious. I really think that's like one of the bloopers in football. Like you expect, these people to be professional all the time, and because they have a professional career and like a public career at that, they're reffing games back and forth. I think it's like hilarious. I don't think he expected to be recorded or to be caught. I mean, well, you can't really blame a guy for trying to have fun off duty. I mean, he definitely shouldn't be doing that for sure, but oh well, it happened. And then in regards of him talking about like Jurgen Klopp like that, he was definitely on something. I don't think he would have said that if he wasn't, feeling himself. So that's just a big yikes, and it's a blooper. I think I just find it hilarious, and if anything.
Yep, agreed. Okay, David Coote, you're a nice little gentleman. All right, on to the next and final news of this segment. So yes, fans fight in the stands during France versus Israel match as Stade de France record lowest ever attendance. So after incidents involving supporters at the Ajax versus Maccabi Tel Aviv last Thursday in Europa League, security was upped for a League A clash in the UEFA Nations League. Yep. This resulted in just 20,000 supporters at the 80,000 capacity stadium and Paris's lowest attendance in ever recorded for a football match. RMC Sport claimed that the massive 4,000 police were employed for a fixture that saw whistling of the Israeli national anthem before kickoff. 10 minutes after the first whistle was blown, fights broke out in the stadium North Curve with around 50 individuals involved. Oh my god. Stewards intervened to create a cordon and things were calmed down after 2 minutes. Several Israeli and Palestinian flags could be seen throughout the game, while there was haven't been injuries reports from the fighting as well too. The Minister of the Interior and police chief said that both in attendance were later reassuring attendees in the days leading up to the match. And they said this: I want to reassure those who are listening to us and at the same time send messages of firmness. We will have the means to be extremely responsive and prevent any disturbance of public order, whether during the match, in the vicinity of the match, on or the spectators' path. We will not tolerate any excesses. Yeah. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, interesting stuff. So, everybody kind of saw this stuff happening, which was kind of sad, and yeah, tough. Mr. Star Sterling, here we go. Anything you want to say about this?
Just as much as there's memes in football, there's also bad sides of it, and I think this is one of them.
Yep.
I mean, there is no reason to fight in the stands, regardless of who you go for or, nationalities and stuff like that. I think football is a game that unites people, not, separates
Football is
them. It's just,
life.
yeah, I know I have that tattoo. You gotta remind me.
No, football is life. Okay.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
yes. No, it's beautiful. Everybody, that was a breaking news, and now let us go to the top 5 league results for the top 5 leagues in football. So yes, the first one is indeed about the Premier League. Oh my god. There's like 2 musics playing. Let me.
Very nice.
There we go. Love that.
Very good.
Very nice. Very good. Okay.
You're
Yeah.
very good.
Oh.
Sorry.
So yes, first league is indeed the Premier League. Let us go down the table and announce what is the tables. Nice English. First place is Liverpool. Second place is Manchester City. Third place is Chelsea. Fourth place is Arsenal. Fifth place is Nottingham Forest. Nice. Down the table, 18th place is Crystal Palace. 19th place is Wolves. And 20th place is Southampton with the Saints not praying and sinking. That's kind of sad. All right, well, the top 3 goal scorers for the Premier League at the moment are Erling Haaland with the first with 12 goals for Manchester City. The second top goal scorer, actually is tied, is Brian Mboma with 8 goals for Brentford. Legend. And then also tied is Chris Wood with 8 goals for Nottingham Forest, who is currently on fire. Love that. All right, match day 11. Let's get into it. So, first match is Wolves versus Southampton, with Wolves going through a tough stride in their season. They actually won a game against a lower team, Southampton. So it was 2-0 for Wolves. Good for them. Next match was West Ham United and Everton, 0-0, a goalless draw right here. And yeah, it is what it is. It's alright. Next match, Brentford and Bournemouth, a great game right here. Brentford finally winning a game after coming from behind, 3-2 for Brentford in London as well too. So great win for them. Next match was Crystal Palace versus Fulham, a London derby. It was 0-2 for Fulham. And a red card for Crystal Palace being naughty. Yeah, Fulham doing good, winning away. Crystal Palace continuing their tough start of the season. Next match was Brighton and Manchester City. What a game it was here for Brighton, winning 2-1 in Brighton. So yeah, good win for them. And Man City just kind of looking shocking in their form lately. Hasn't been great at all, honestly. Next match was Liverpool and Aston Villa. It was 2-0 for Aston Villa. And yeah, decent result for Liverpool with Luis Diaz. I know one of them scored, and then Salah, of course, scoring as well too.
Sorry, Woozy.
Was it Darwin? Oh, you were right. It was Darwin
Yeah.
who scored. Yeah, Darwin
Yeah, I was
Mayonnaise.
watching that game.
Shout out to him. What a great player. Next match was Manchester United and Leicester City. Wait, yeah, Ruud van Nistelrooy's last game in charge of Manchester United because he was interim manager for them while the new coach, Ruben Almiron, forgot his name, I think Ruben Almiron, coming now. So yeah, 3-0. Good goal for Garnacho. That was beautiful. Yeah. And then next match was Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle, with Newcastle beating Nottingham Forest in Nottingham 1-3. So yep, great result for Newcastle. Isaac, lovely stuff from him. Next match was Tottenham and Ipswich Town, with Ipswich Town winning 2-1 against Tottenham in London. So yeah, that result for Ipswich Town was good, and yeah, out of relegation currently for them. And the next match was a great one as well too. I mean, it was, I want to say great, but it was shaky for both and good moments for both. It was 1-1 for Chelsea and Arsenal in Stamford Bridge, and yeah, I can say it was a decent result for both sides, but maybe not the best for Arsenal, even though Chelsea's third right now. Wow, how are they up there? Both plays for Arsenal as well too, being decent as well too, but both teams could have scored and won, but it is what it is, and yeah, you get to watch that match. So I guess I can ask Mr. Rigo, you did watch Liverpool Aston Villa. What are your thoughts?
That one was well, I liked it. It was Aston Villa. I thought they had a couple good chances. They just couldn't finish as much. I mean, Liverpool's Liverpool. They're pretty solid. I like what they're doing with the new coach. I like that. Salah was playing pretty well. Darwoozy scoring. I love him.
Yep.
I like what they're doing with Liverpool. I think it's pretty good and it's working with them.
Salah's
Especially
still doing
because
great.
hmm?
Salah's still doing
Yeah,
great right now.
yeah, and especially that's what I was about to get at. Do you know if he's gonna renew with Liverpool?
I don't know, either he goes to Saudi or I don't know. That's like my guess, honestly. Either he goes to Saudi or so I don't, or Barcelona. Barcelona actually might sign him, so you never know.
Maybe. Oh, and then Trent got injured that game. Yeah, I remember that.
Who did? Sorry.
Trent.
Oh, Trent. Yeah, yeah, you're right. He did get injured.
Yeah, that was a yikes. I was like, oh snap, because he's such a solid player for them too. I mean, he's really diverse, and a lot of the game goes through him.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a good
Okay.
game overall.
It
Yeah.
was. Did you see Garnacho's goal? I know you're a big Garnacho fan.
Oh yeah, dude, that was
Beauty.
so good.
Beauty.
So good. He's so good. It's like, well, I think he's good. I think he's underrated. He can play a lot better, but the level he's at right now, he's good. Plus, I don't want to say he's carrying Man United, but he's helping them out a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, we'll see
And
what happens with the new
it's
coach.
only because Anthony didn't play.
That's true. My goat.
Hey, did he play? I wasn't watching that game too much. I saw Garnacho's goal.
I don't think he did, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Go for it.
sad.
Okay. Well, yes,
My
that
dog's
was.
crying too.
I would cry as well too. Thank you, Paulo. All right. Well, that was the Premier League. Now let's go on to the next league, which is La Liga. First place is Barcelona. Second place is Real Madrid. Third place is Atletico Madrid. Fourth place is Villarreal. And fifth place is Osasuna. Down the table, 18th place is Espanyol. 19th place is Valladolid. And 20th place is Valencia, going down sadly. The top scorers for La Liga right at the moment are Robert Lewandowski with 14 goals for Barcelona. Wow. Next is Vinicius Jr. with 8 goals for Real Madrid. Then third is Ayo Perez with 7 goals for Villarreal. Lovely stuff for Ayo Perez. Match day 13, let's get into it. So, first match was Rayo Vallecano versus Las Palmas with 1-3 for Las Palmas. And yep, we went for Las Palmas away. And yeah, we like that. That was weird. Real Madrid, next match versus Osasuna. 4-0 for Real Madrid, battering Osasuna in Madrid. So yeah, good stuff for Vinny and the rest of the crew. Next match is Villarreal and Alaves. 3-0 for Villarreal. Good win for them as well too. Then next match was Espanyol and Valencia, and yes, this was postponed for Valencia sadly and Espanyol since the flooding that is going on there. So we wish them all well. Everybody dealing with that. Next match was Leganes and Sevilla. 1-0 for Leganes, beating Sevilla. And yeah, red card for Sevilla being naughty. And yeah, good win for Leganes. Next match, Real Betis and Celta Vigo. 2-2, a draw right here. And decent performance from both teams, but yes, a draw. Next match was Mallorca and Atletico Madrid, 0-1 for Atletico Madrid, and yeah, decent win for Atletico Madrid in Mallorca, and yeah, currently in third place, Atletico Madrid. Next match was Getafe and Girona, 0-1 for Girona, and yeah, good win for Girona, currently 10th place. Yeah, not what they were last year. Next match, Valladolid and Athletic Club, 1-1, a draw right here, and yeah, decent result. Next match was Real Sociedad, and the final game, Barcelona, 1-0 for Real Sociedad, beating Barcelona. And yeah, currently, Real Sociedad in 8th place, Barcelona. That was, yeah, I don't know. They should have won that, but it is what it is. Life goes on. Okay, well, we do have an Atletico Madrid fan who just jumped on the show right now. Mr. Polino, how are you, mate?
I'm great. How are you, host?
I am a person. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, great
We
stuff.
don't have to get into politics like that, but
Sorry,
you know,
you're my
it's okay.
What are your thoughts on La Liga this past weekend, if you watched?
I mean, results wise for Atletico Madrid, it was good. I watched I only watched the Atletico game. I was pretty busy all weekend, but I'll say I was really surprised by the Osasuna Real Madrid match. I really thought that Osasuna would give them a lot more of
Really?
a run for their money with all the injuries and everything. Your Militao going down early.
Doesn't like
But
Madrid have
yeah,
like 8 injuries or something?
they have a lot of defensive injuries for sure. Like they haven't been able to keep a defender fit for like the last few years pretty much. They've had really bad luck with that.
Yikes.
But who knows, maybe it has something to do with their pitch. But yeah, the young guy that stepped in there from their academy, he had a really good game there, kept a clean sheet, and didn't get exposed at all. So that's good for them. I also saw reports that they're going to start using their academy a lot more, and they're going to probably have to go more down like a Barcelona route of what they've been doing the last few years. So long term, that could be good for them, and maybe they'll get more promising players in their academy because they see more of a path into the first team.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe it'll create more trust. But yeah, and then Sociedad beating Barcelona. I mean, Sociedad, it's weird because they haven't been showing up against any of like the average teams in the league or any of the other good teams in the league, and they just come out this week and they actually have a good performance. So they haven't really been performing as expected in Europe either. It's an odd time to just come out and start performing, but yeah, I mean, they finally have it looks like they finally found their 9, Oscarsson. I think he came from the Danish league, but I might be wrong. They finally have a forward that's scoring. That was their big issue last year. I think their wingers are kind of just in a drier spell right now. In Kubo, Barrenechea, Oyarzabo, and Bryce Mendes, who sometimes plays on the right. But yeah, I think they're just adjusting to their new midfield. No Mikel Merino is such a big miss for them because he's been one of the best midfielders in La Liga for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
And losing him is such a big deal for them because they were still great even without Zubamendi, and Zubamendi's still doing a great job there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're really missing out on that partnership. It looks like Sucic is really trying to bet in, and he's a tough player to replace. And then yeah, Real Betis. It looks like they had a ton of new signings, and looks like they're kind of coming together a bit more now. And Celta Vigo is definitely having a lot better start than last year because last year they started so unluckily. Like I think they lost, I can't remember how many games it was, but in the first half of the season, they lost points beyond the 90th minute like 7 or 8 times in like the first like 14, 15 games. So they were just having games going against them at the very end. They just couldn't close out. Even against the very high level teams, they were on the verge of pulling big results. But it seems like things are balancing out for them more. So that's really good for them.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, how do you think Atletico Madrid is gonna fare this season? You think they're gonna compete, or you think?
I think with Real Madrid's injury troubles, I think it's possible we overtake them. But
Okay.
I don't. Barcelona's look so good, and unless Atletico Madrid also gets defensive reinforcements, because we're about to get Lenormand back, which is good, but and actually Longley's been looking pretty good recently. But the problem is, unless we have a Jimenez, and Longley slash Lenormand center back pairing, then we're basically screwed and we concede a ton of goals. Like the back line just completely disappears once one of them's not in there. Mainly Jimenez, and Jimenez doesn't have the best injury history. I think Lenormand's has generally been good, but he just came back from a long-term, a pretty long injury with his head. So we'll see how he comes back from that, and if what sort of mental effects that could have on him. And Longley, as far as I can remember from Barcelona, I don't think he had the best injury record either. So it looks like we're going to be hoping that a lot of players that always get injured somehow stay fit at once, and it's hard to see that happening. But yeah, I mean, the other team that I think's been really good, of course, as you can see by the table, is Villarreal. I mean, their coach is just letting them play. Nicolas Pepe, he's having a very good season there. He looks so dangerous.
Nicolas Pepe from Arsenal. He's there?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He had two really, really good goals that were called back after VAR review, both for offsides, like so close. But yeah, they were both like ridiculous finishes. But yeah, he's such a dangerous player, and I feel like he didn't. I don't want to say he didn't get a chance, but maybe he wasn't used in the best way in Arsenal, and I think maybe they were trying to use him as like a Saka type player, and he's not a Saka type player. And I feel like it's worked out for both parties to this point.
Yeah. I mean, Barcelona, they lost. That was funny. I probably laughed.
Yeah.
Why did they lose?
Finally. Sociedad just had a good game. I mean, they still have good personnel.
Yeah.
I don't really. I need to go back and watch the highlights, but I heard a lot about just how good a lot of the Sociedad players played.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them are very good in possession. So, and a lot of them are good at like counter pressing and stuff.
They must have watched The Exorcist before the game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are very similar to like how the Spain national team plays. So maybe they had them figured out there.
Nice. Rigo, anything you want to say about La Liga?
Well, I was looking at Real Sociedad's last 5 games. They haven't been doing too bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
They've been like winning. I mean, they lost like 2 games, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like they got blown out or anything. They lost by like 1 or 2.
Yeah. Not too bad.
Yeah.
And I was watching the Madrid game, and I mean, what can I say? It's like they are really cursed with injuries right now. It sucks. But it looks like they're back to performing a little bit. It's kind of hard because they're so inconsistent right now. It's like they perform well, and then
Manchester City.
they don't. Yeah. And then they should be, winning a couple games here and there, but like.
Yeah, Vinny hat-trick though.
Yeah, that Vinny hat-trick was pretty crazy. I mean, he's a good player. He's just, I think he needs to mature a little more. And then Mbappe, they need a number 9, and I think Mbappe is too used to playing on the wing.
Yep.
Like
It's sad.
It's so weird watching him. It's so weird watching him play 9 because it's so you see so often during their play and interchange, he like drops from a 9 into like a 10 position. The center backs don't follow him, and then he's basically just not dangerous because of that, because they still have a midfielder just track back onto him.
I mean, he's never
Mhm.
played
And
9. He's always been like a winger type, so it's kind of if anything he would play
yeah,
false 9, but it's
yeah, I
Well,
mean
he's not.
he did some at PSG, but no one is like stupid enough um to like give him a ton of space in behind. Like sometimes in France they are. And it makes a little bit more sense in France because France is a way more physical league with a lot more fast players in it. Where like no center back in Spain's keep like even coming close to that guy.
Nope.
Like Spain center backs are so much less athletic than the French ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they wouldn't, or the coaches you hope wouldn't fall for that, you know.
I think he's more like a false nine. I could see him more as a false nine than anything, or like a winger, yeah. But I mean, he's not taking Vinny's spot on the wing. You're not.
No.
And then it's unfortunate that Rodrigo got injured. I actually like Rodrigo a little more than any other player in Madrid, besides Camavinga.
Yeah, he is underrated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Okay.
I
it's
mean
just
for Real Madrid, it's
okay.
kind of just like, what do you do at this point? Because if you want Mbappe playing false nine, who do you want him to play off of? Like who are they going to have as a nine?
Well, yeah, that's the
Like
thing that
should
they
they
don't. They
like
really
at that
don't.
point do you just
Hmm.
play Vinicius? Do you just play Vinicius next to Bellingham and then have Bellingham make more of the runs in behind since or no Mbappe play next to Bellingham and then since Mbappe is not making runs in behind, Bellingham's already kind of making a
He
lot of the
already does
runs in
that.
behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's already doing that in his place. So maybe they make that more of a constant, but at the same time, it doesn't make a ton of sense to because they don't have anyone else making runs in behind.
The
Because a
other
lot
thing
of the
is they
time they
don't.
have the ball
Mhm.
on the left.
Yeah, the other thing is they don't really use other players like Arda Güler. Like, why do you have him if you don't give him enough playing time? And Endrick, especially Endrick, because they got him with such a promise. And how long has he
True.
played? He's another
Yeah, I
striker
mean
they could use.
he's not even getting in anymore. And the other
That's
thing
what I'm
is
saying.
with like Guler and
I know Brahim,
with
when he
like
comes off the
Guler and
bench, he's
Brahim
pretty
Diaz.
solid.
Yeah, the other thing with them is just like pretty much like Valverde, Bellingham, and Mbappe are kind of taking up all their positions anyways, unless they're going to play him on the right, which I mean that's what I think they should do, especially because Rodrigo's out now, right?
Hmm.
Um, that's what I think they should do, but will they do it? And it's a lot of it's a lot of slots to fill, um, or it's one slot to fill with like many players, so it's going to be tough for them to manage and figure that out.
Ah.
Well, they got to brush up Champions League. Yikes.
Yep. Can only hope so. What are they? Let me check. What are they actually now in Champions League? They are on. Currently Real Madrid is in. Ah, they're fine. They're in. 18th place actually. Oof. I don't know about
Yeah, they got to brush up. It's not looking decent.
It's like one game out though. I looked at some of the higher team schedules. Like you, who was third and fourth? Brest shouldn't be. They're not going to maintain that. I looked at their schedule. They just had an easy early run.
Yeah.
I think out of the top ones that have a really high position, I feel like Lille could keep it.
Yeah.
I looked at their schedule and they had all their tough teams already. So I think
Hmm.
they might stop stay top 8. They might be the surprise
Wow.
up there.
Okay, fair.
I think Monaco already had some of their tough schedule too.
Yo, shout out to the
Sporting
veteran
has been
Mbappe,
doing
Ethan
pretty.
Mbappe.
Sporting has been doing solid
Mhm.
so far, to be honest.
Yeah, they've been kind of mixed. I think they still have a few tough teams left, but they beat some of the tough teams they had already.
I don't know about Dortmund, man. They're always so
Yeah, yeah.
sporadic.
I mean,
Yeah,
with the exit
they're
of
so
Matt
Roma.
Hummels, there's a gap in their defense. I mean, Matt
Yep.
Hummels was pretty
Yeah,
old, but he was experienced, and you definitely need an experienced defender at a point in the team.
yeah. I mean, they're replacing with a few guys. I think they brought in Anton, and I can't remember who the other guy was, but I think they're just getting used to their partnership and stuff right now.
Yeah, and then Matt almost hasn't played enough for Roma either, so it's like, why?
Who?
Should
He
we
went
just
to
be done with
Roma.
La Liga and
Matt
then
Hummels went.
do a Champions League review right now?
Oh,
Oh.
no, we don't need. We already did Champions League last week. We're good, man.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know Matt Hummels
Yeah.
went to Roma. That's
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and
he went to
so did
Roma.
Hermoso.
Oh,
Yeah, he did
I
We
too.
got
knew
a few
that.
guys.
Interesting. Okay.
But
Uh,
he's only played like one game, I think. It's so dumb.
Yes. Okay. Well, that was La Liga and a little bit Champions League review. Let's now go on to Bundesliga. So yeah, first place in Bundesliga is Bayern München. Second place is RB Leipzig. Third place is Eintracht Frankfurt. Fourth place is Bayern Leverkusen. And fifth place is FC Freiburg. Down the table, sixth place is FC St. Pauli. 17th place is Holstein Kiel. 18th place is Bochum. Sinking, not swimming. All right. The top goal scorers for the Bundesliga are currently Harry Kane with 11 goals for Bayern Munich. Another one who is tied with Harry Kane is Omar Marmoush, the Egyptian, with 11 goals for Eintracht Frankfurt. And third,
Marmoush.
Marmoush, yes. Third is Jonathan Burkat with 6 goals for, wow, Mainz. Wow, shut up, Mainz. We love Mainz. Match day 10, let us get into it. So, first match was Union Berlin and SC Freiburg with 0-0, a goalless draw right there. Next match was Werder Bremen and Holstein Kiel. 2-1 for Werder Bremen. Yeah, good win for them, currently 8th place. Next match was Bochum and Bayern Borussia Bayern Leverkusen. I hate it. 1-1. And yeah, at least a tie for Bayern Leverkusen. Good for them for not losing. So yeah. Next match was Mainz and Dortmund. 3-1 for Mainz in Mainz. Shout out Mainz. And a red card for Dortmund being naughty. This is what I talk about Dortmund being unpredictable. Do great one time, then lose. Next match was FC St. Pauli versus Bayern München. 0-1 for Bayern München. Yeah, they got it off with Harry Kane scoring. Yeah, good stuff by FC Pauli. They were just 1-0. Next match was Leipzig and Borussia Mönchengladbach. 0-0 right there. And yeah, not the best result for both teams, but it is what it is. Next match was Augsburg and Hoffenheim. 0-0 right here. A goalless draw again. And then next match was Stuttgart and Eintracht Frankfurt. What a bloody match right here. 2-3 for Eintracht Frankfurt, beating Stuttgart in Stuttgart. Yeah, great win for them. Yeah, happy. Next match was Heidenheim and Wolfsburg. It was 1-3 for Wolfsburg. Yeah, good win for them. Currently, both place not too bad. All right, anybody want to say anything about the Bundesliga? It was a great. I know I watched the Stuttgart Eintracht Frankfurt game. It was a brilliant match.
No, I didn't get to see any games. I mean, that one looked pretty solid. It looked like a pretty good game, but no, I didn't get to see any.
Nice.
What did you think of the Frankfurt performance? What is your technical analysis and review of it?
Vibes. I got what to say besides vibes. I was watching this match. Wow. Yeah, what was I doing during this match? I think
What do you think of Omar?
Omar Ramush, yo, shout out him. Even though he's definitely gonna leave. Like, I'm being honest as a Frankfurt fan. So it's he's good. He's really good. Sad thing about someone who's really good in the Bundesliga, they're gonna get either two choices: sold to Bayern or Dortmund.
Wait, they're top 4 though.
Yes, but whatever. But yes, or they're gonna be sold to the Premier League or La Liga, whatever.
He might stay in Germany. I think he might go to Leverkusen, to be honest.
I don't know about that. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, well yeah, that was the Bundesliga. Let's move on from my pain to Serie. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, lovely stuff. First
Where do I
place
start?
for Serie is Napoli. Second place is Atalanta. Third place is Fiorentina. Fourth place is Inter Milano. Fifth place is Lazio. And I'll just go down one. Sixth place for Juventus. Down the table, 18th place for Lecce. 19th place for Monza. And 20th place is for Venezia, sinking. That's kind of sad to say because they are Venice and that's water. So, it is what it is. All right, match day 12. Let's get into it. First match was Genoa and Como, 1-1, goalless JK LMFAO. That's a good band. Sorry for party rocking. 1-1. It was a draw right there. Yeah, decent. Next match was Nes. Guess what it was? 1-1 right here as well too. Haha. Nice. Next match was Venezia and Parma. 1-2 for Parma. And yeah, good win for Parma. 13th place. Next match was Cagliari and AC Milano. Wow, what a match here, if I might want to say so myself. Go watch some good highlights if you want to watch this match. 3-3, a draw right here in Cagliari. Yeah, decent stuff for Cagliari. Next match was Juventus and Torino. 2-0 for Juventus. Great win for them. And yeah, great win. Currently, they are 6th place. Not too shabby. Next match was Atalanta and Udinese. 2-1 for Atalanta. And yeah, decent win for Atalanta. Currently in 2nd place. Next match was Fiorentina and Verona. 3-1 for Fiorentina. And yeah, 3rd place for them. Not bad. Next match was Roma and Bologna. Speaking of Bologna, 2-3 for Bologna in Roma after the coach got sacked right after this match. And now the new coach for Roma, Claudio Ranieri, the old Chelsea boss and also old Leicester boss, is currently in Roma for Roma. Nice. Next match is Monza and Lazio. Oh yeah, Roma, sorry, again. 12th place. Wow, that is. Talk about that. Monza and Lazio is the next match with 0-1 for Lazio. And yeah, decent for Lazio. Currently in 5th place. And then last match, I did watch this match as well too. Inter and Napoli with Çalhanoğlu scoring a nice goal and kind of costing a goal for Inter. But yes, 1-1 for Inter and Napoli. And decent match. Inter, 4th place, not too bad for themselves. And Napoli still in top 1st place. All right, well, I guess I can just ask the Roma fan as well too here. Mr. Rigo, what do you think about Roma's performance recently and also of the new head coach appointed?
I think their performance has been, to be honest, bad. Ever since, and I don't, they were doing good. They were actually picking up pace. When TGGS was still their coach, they did have rough patches, but they were picking up the pace. They were getting new signings, and then they just randomly set. That's my dog barking. They just randomly sacked him. It's like, why would you do that? Like, I mean, give him another shot. Like, you see, and I don't want to be an ass, but like, you see Eric Ten Hag get like so many second chances, and it's like, you could have done the same with TGGS. He was a good coach. I like him, but they're just in a really bad spot right now. It's like, it's sad to see how they're either losing or tying games. I mean, the last game they lost to Bologna, yeah, and then they tied against Union Saint Gilloise in Europa. It's unfortunate. I really want them to go up, especially because my favorite player, Dybala, is still playing there. Yeah.
All this stuff.
Okay. Has he said anything about potentially leaving?
No, there were rumors that he was gonna leave, but to the Saudi League, but no, he shut those rumors down. He actually renewed his contract. I think he wants to bring Roma up. I know Roma's been like a pretty good team for him. Like, he's really loved that team for a while.
It's just hard to, especially if they don't make European football this year. I feel like it's hard to imagine him really having a lot of desire to stay because they're not going to win the league.
Yeah, it is, and it's also hard for him to play in. Well, he's injury prone, which is unfortunate, and it's also hard for him to play in the Argentinian national team, just because Messi's playing there and he plays the same position as Messi, and like when Messi was injured, he covered for him and he played pretty well with the team. He even had the 10.
Okay.
He doesn't even play that often with them anymore, does he?
No, he doesn't, which is really unfortunate. He's such a good player. He's still pretty good.
Let me cry. Oh, yeah, I also I did forget to say the top scores for Serie A at the moment are first, Matteo Retegui with 11 goals for Atalanta. Second is Moise Kean, the Canadian, for 8 goals for Fiorentina. And he's not. He's Italian.
He's Italian?
Yeah, my bad. Third is Marcus Thuram with 7 goals for Inter Milano. Thuram to be proud. Foligno?
Some good pronunciation there.
Which one?
Retegi.
Retegi. Retegi. Anything you want to say about Serie A, Mr. Foligno?
Well, Inter Napoli played. I swear I watched the highlights. I don't remember anything about it, so
Very good
I have
observation.
nothing to speak on. But I want to see Napoli do it again. I will say,
Yeah?
more people should have seen this Napoli comeback coming because they got a good manager in. They dropped from first place to ninth place last year, I want to say.
And
Basically
they have the
losing,
goat.
yeah, and while losing one player
Mhm.
and having a horrible manager. So I feel like maybe people should have been expecting a comeback like this, especially with them signing Buongiorno and
Hello.
him kind of just taking up Ola being just as good, or at least in a similar tier to Spalletti, especially with this Napoli side. And then yeah, with Lukaku coming in, especially because a lot of the time up until that Napoli championship season, Osimhen would be really good, but he'd always be injured. And people
Yeah.
are taking a lot more notice now because he had like a fully fit season that year. But in reality, he was putting up the same goal per game numbers, but he was just injured for like uh usually like a third of the season. So people wouldn't take as much notice and Napoli wouldn't be as high up the table. So I feel like a lot of fans underestimated them when there were a lot of signs that they should have been taken more seriously, including me.
Okay. Well, yeah, sad times, but yeah, Napoli. We hope for the best. All right,
You also
next
have
match.
McTominay, right?
Who?
McTominay, Napoli.
McTominay. Yes,
McTominay. Yeah,
and Gilmore. And
McTominay.
Gilmore.
My
McTominay.
bad.
McTominay. It's McTominay.
No,
McTominay.
we'll
I'm
rename him.
sorry.
We'll rename him.
We'll rename him. Yes, we
Timmy.
rename.
I'm gonna name him Timmy now.
We'll name him Timmy. Timmy Turner. Very odd parents. All right.
Yeah.
On to Ligue 1. So yes, the French league. First place
can
is.
Sorry, can I say something?
Yes.
Wow,
No.
why do you sound so sad about that? Okay, well, I'll just stay quiet.
No, go ahead. I don't care.
Say
No,
something.
I just
Say
wanted
something.
to say that for the Juventus game, I was watching it and I have
Ooh.
mixed feelings about it. I really do. I have mixed feelings about the team right now. They're performing.
Yeah, what you gotta say?
They're barely. I want to say they're barely scraping by some games, and it's like, dude. I mean, I think Vlahovic is in a spell right now. He scored, but he's really inconsistent right now. So he's trying to find his form again. There's been rumors that Kenan Yildiz is the number 10 is too big for him to fill, but he kind of proved it this last weekend by scoring the winning goal against the other team, which was pretty good. And he scored it on Alessio Del Pierro's birthday, so that was pretty nice.
Happy birthday.
Pretty cool.
Very good.
Yeah. Oh, and then Conceição, I know he's alone, but he's been so good for Juventus so far. I hope they keep him.
Who's been on the left? Did they give it to Mbangula? Because they moved Yildiz into 10, right?
Yeah.
Is he starting?
Oh, okay. I think that's good.
Yildiz?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yildiz is starting.
Sometimes.
He's both.
They're trying to incorporate Coop Miners as well, though. So it's kind of.
Koopmans is a pretty good. He's more of a attacking midfielder than anything. I think he's not a holding midfielder.
Mhm.
So they'll start him, and then they'll probably sub out. They usually sub out Vlahovic for Yildiz, or they'll sub out Thuram for Yildiz, or vice versa, just because Thuram plays in a similar role as Yildiz. But yeah, it's just mixed emotions. They're performing, and then Champions League, it's sometimes bad, sometimes good. So I hope they pick up their form because they're
Sometimes maybe
sixth on
good,
the table.
sometimes shit.
Yeah, they're sixth on the table, mate. Like, oh my
You got a
gosh, you
soundboard
should
for that?
be.
I do have this. Um,
So if I
You
have
should
a
have
lot
that.
to prove, imagine the others.
What is that?
Yikes.
I think we have to save
But yeah.
Jumanji.
Oh, and then for Rafael Leao, I've heard there's rumors that he might leave Milan. Is that true?
probably.
Where would
I
he
know
go?
he scored. Well, I'm not sure, but I was reading online that he's unsatisfied in Milan now.
I would be too.
But you just think about it and you're like, what big team in the world needs a left winger? And there's not a lot that I can think of, to be honest.
Oh, I do. Al Nassr.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
no, stop.
besides the other three they have?
Okay.
But he did score. He did score for Milan.
Could always
So
go to Saudi.
Oh
he's
yeah, why
good.
not? I'll go.
He
Anybody
could always
else?
come to our team.
Yes,
But we should all go to Saudi.
we should all go Saudi.
Oh, we should. We should. I'll go to Al Hilal.
You are halal.
Hi.
Nice. Okay, well, everybody, let's go on to Ligue 1 with the French league. So first place is PSG. Second place is Monaco. Third place is Marseille. Fourth place is Lille. And fifth place is Lyon. Down the table, 16th place is Saint-Etienne. 17th place is L'Alvi. 18th place is Montpellier. The top goal scorers for Ligue 1 currently are Bradley Barcola with 10 goals for PSG. Second is Mason Greenwood with 8 goals for Marseille, absolutely battering it up over there. The French league just absolutely abusing. Love that. So number 3 is Jonathan David with 7 goals for Lille. Yes, the Canadian. Shout out to him. He's running through the 6 with his woes. Match day 11. Let's get into it. So Marseille
Oh, no.
versus, yes, Aya. There's 1-3 for Aya beating out Marseille. Marseille kind of on a little stint of inconsistency, I might say. All right, but yes, good form for Aya. Next match was Strasbourg and Monaco. 1-3 for Monaco, with Monaco beating Strasbourg in Strasbourg. So yeah, good for Monaco, currently second place. Lens versus Nantes. 3-2 for Lens. A great game if you want to watch some great highlights as well too here. Good for Lens, winning 3-2. Next match was Angers and PSG. 2-4 for PSG beating Angers in their home stadium. Yeah, good PSG. They are currently in first place. Prize. Next match was Nice versus Lille. It was 2-2 right here, and a tie. Not the best match for Lille, but a decent result for Nice. And yeah, currently Lille in fourth place. Next match was L'Alvi and Reims. 0-3 for Reims. And yeah, with Reims beating L'Alvi in their home. Next match was Rennes and Toulouse. 0-2 for Toulouse. And yeah, good result for Toulouse, currently in 10th place. Next match was Montpellier and Brest, finally, with Montpellier winning a match. Currently, they sit last place. 3-1 for Montpellier in Montpellier versus Brest. Brest, who's been doing decent in European competitions. Next match was Lyon versus Saint-Etienne. 1-0 for Lyon. And yeah, good win for them, currently in 5th place. Anybody want to say anything about Ligue 1, or just want to stare at your screen like Dembele, just looking at you like, I want to eat you, I want to love you, I want to feel you.
I think
Go
I was gonna
ahead.
say I think PSG's plan has been pretty solid for them. You know, with the exit of Mbappe, everything kind of revolved around him, and now they are more of a rounded team. I want to say I knew this was gonna happen. I felt like they were gonna do better without Mbappe than with him, and this is an example of that. I mean, Mbappe was a pretty good player, but a little toxic for PSG, and then PSG was a little toxic to him. So, I mean, that's how it is. But I like what they're doing. I like their project. They look like they're a pretty solid team. They got pretty young players that are promises. So I want to see how far they can go with that.
Nice, good. Paulinho, anything you want to say, mate?
I have a few things. I mean, I think a big thing that's happening in Marseille is just that they're not finding their nine.
Like
They
Benzema.
got two players. I mean, he's more of a 15 to be honest,
Oh, you're right.
but yeah, I mean they bought Elia Wahi in the summer, and he hasn't really lived up to expectation. And then they went in and got Neil Maupay, and he also hasn't really been banging them in as they want him to.
You like Beckham and
So
Paulinho?
no comment.
Oh.
Nice. No
Yeah, we
politics.
don't deal with controversy here. Let's go. Let's go.
No politics. Yep.
Yeah, but yes, Paul. But yeah, I think that's a big reason for Marseille kind of struggling right now. And then on to Lyon. I mean, it's really good to see them back up there, especially since COVID. They've kind of just been falling and falling down the table. When they, and that was really controversial in the first place because I think they hadn't played a match, or they played one match less than the other team that was in European competition, and they ended up deciding the league positions based on average points, average points per game. And that put Lyon out of the European spots, and they didn't get any European revenue for the next few years. So they'd really been in the trenches. But yeah,
Can you say that they've been
I
in the
think
thick
they
of it?
got a. They might have been. They might have been, but I think they got a new investor in the last few years, and I might have been Marseille as well. I thought Lyon got a new investor, but anyways, yeah, it's good to see them back and competing for the who's going to finish behind PSG race again. So yeah, that's good for them. And then as far as Jonathan David, oh yeah, I also want to shout out Bradley Barcola, taking over the left wing position and really making me, I wouldn't say eat my words because he was a raw 19-year-old, but I didn't think he had what it took. And I thought his decision making was really poor a few years ago when I was watching him and he first broke through at Lyon. So my apology tour started and it's over because my belief is fully in him now. But
I'm sure
anyways, yeah,
he'll
I
say
mean
something.
for Leo, I don't think they had a lot of faith going into the season. They thought Jonathan David was going to go, and yeah, I mean, I think they were surprised by how much because they bought Bio, and he didn't really perform how they wanted him to, and Jonathan David just came in, snatched his spot back, and I think they were trying to bench him because he was trying to leave. But yeah, I mean, he showed how necessary he is to the team, how important he is, and he's balling out in both the Champions League and Liga.
Nice. Shout out to him. He's a big one. Big man thing. Nice. All right.
Big man thing.
Big man thing. It's nice. Okay, well, going on to the next league, which is indeed MLS and Saudi Pro League. And honestly, what is happening in MLS right now? I know they're in playoffs right now, so I'm just looking at the little things. Yeah, okay, so yeah. New York City Red Bull versus New York City FC. Wow, New York. Cool. Then LA's FC versus Seattle Sounders, Orlando City versus Atlanta United, and LA Galaxy.
Is there a way to
Minnesota.
screen with that?
I'll just do a little. Give me a second. I'll do it. Here we go. Yeah.
All right, Harry Q. Oh yeah, because Miami got knocked out by, was it Atlanta?
Yep.
I think Atlanta knocked them out.
Yep.
I knew Atlanta was going to win that game, to be honest. They're a pretty solid team.
Yeah, bro, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool. On to the Saudi Pro League. We love it. With Ronaldo. First place, Al Hilal.
Sorry.
Yes. First place, Al Hilal. Second place, Al Ittihad. Third place, Al Nassr. And fourth place, Al Shabab. And then, yes, currently the top scorers for the Saudi Pro League are first, Alexander Mitrovic with 11 goals for Al Hilal. Second is Karim Benzema with 8 goals for Al Ittihad. And third is Cristiano Ronaldo. There we go. There we
Yes,
go.
sir.
That's right, correct. With 6 goals for Al Nassr. So yeah, good stuff for them. On to the next segment of the show, which is about the football memes of the week, brought to you by Rival Banters, where we talk about the new football memes that are breaking the internet in the football world. So yes, the first football meme is indeed about the new manager for Manchester United, and it shows Ruben Almiron, who is the new manager coming from Sporting Lisbon, and it shows below him Erik ten Hag when he was at Ajax, and the caption just says, "Sit back, relax, and enjoy the movie all over again." Cry emoji. Yeah, and it's showing when Ruben Almiron beat Man City 4-1, and yeah, for the Champions League, and it shows the players lifting him. And then the other one below is when Ajax beat Real Madrid 4-1 in Champions League as well too, with all the Ajax players lifting Erik ten Hag before he went to Manchester United. So yeah, could it happen again? You never know. You never know. I don't know. He's not bald, so you never know. All right, on to the next meme. Oh, this was so funny. So the comparisons between a kebab and PSG. One is a kebab is 650 euros. PSG, sorry, I have to say, who's RKM? Why are they trying to? Does anybody know? Oh, fantastic about that. Rendo Kolomani plus Dembele plus Ruiz is 168 million euros. What's the difference between them, you might ask? Oh, well, a kebab, they can't defend. But then again, the three from PSG, they can't defend either. A kebab, it cannot score. It can't score. But PSG, oh, the three can't score either, sadly. But a kebab, it makes you happy when you eat it. It makes you feel fulfilled in life. What does the three PSG people do? They make you sad because they can't defend and can't score. They're not even good. Not nutritious. Sad times. Kebab, everybody want kebab? Yes. Kebab.
You know what? Kebab does
Yes,
make me
sir.
pretty happy.
Kebab does
To
make
be
us happy.
honest, if there was one thing I learned about Europe, one thing I liked about Europe was the kebabs.
Yes. Yes, fuck those.
I went for the views and stayed for the kebabs.
Hell yeah. That's on a shirt. That's even a shirt. All right, on to the next final meme, and it's Anthony right here, looking brilliant. Well, I love this one. So yes, Chapelle Rowan. What's her name? Can someone please say her name right? Chapelle Rowan. Chapelle Rowan.
Ron.
Chapel Rain, sorry,
Ron?
Jesus Christ,
No.
Chapel Rain. Yes, so she did post on her Instagram saying, "I just drove 22 hours straight to get a Missouri to get to." Okay, let's try this again, English. "I just drove 22 hours straight to get to Missouri, and currently getting my nose pierced. So I'll post a pic on my story when I'm done." And it shows her in a Liverpool jersey. Actually, that's a beautiful Liverpool jersey. That's an old one. It's the OG. So hey, cool. Didn't know she was. And then someone tweeting, someone said this on Twitter saying, "Chapo Rain has just earned a new fan." And then someone else on Twitter replied to that saying, "HOTTOGO, we've got Cody Gakpo." That needs to be a new chair now. That is class. That is absolutely class. Oh my god. Okay, can we everybody? You gotta join with me and say this. Ready? Ready? We'll do it in 3. Paulinho, I want you to do it too. Ready? 3, 2, 1. HOTT.
Oh.
No, oh my god. Let's try that. Okay, let's try this again,
Oh my
Paulinho.
God.
It's not the end of the show. Wait, ready? 3, 2, 1. HOTTOGO. We've got Cody Gakpo. God, that was tragic. Okay, lovely. All right, well,
That was
everybody.
amazing. I loved it.
Yes, it was amazing. Shout out,
She
Chapo
might put
Rain.
that as like a bit of a feature on her song,
Yeah,
Yeah, we should.
Cody Gakpo. He's gonna come in with some drill since he's Dutch. Love that. All right, well, that was the football memes of the week. Let us now move on to the next segment where we do and talk about some lovely stuff. Actually, we don't talk about anything. We only talk about this.
Thank you for your patience.
USA, greatest country in the world.
So if I have a lot to prove, imagine the others.
Very nice.
I don't know what that was, but yes, let's get into the next segment. Everybody,
Kylian
welcome
Mbappe.
to, yes, the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Yay! Let us now go ahead and say the rules for the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Hey.
Hi, everyone and everybody to the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Aye, Sui. The guests will answer a series of football-related questions to test their Alpha, Beta, Sigma knowledge in football. So whoever has the most correct questions answered by the end of the quiz wins an all-inclusive tropical cruise with Big Benzema.
Big Ben.
Oh no. JKLOL Stinky, you get a crisp high five. Good luck, lads.
Okay, well, everybody, this is a nice little quiz that's going to be about some nice stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be about Juventus. So, Rigo, pressure's on you, mate. So,
Oh,
first
man,
question.
okay.
Yes, I know. First question. Sorry, let me go.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Very nice.
Sorry. All right. So, yes, first question about Juventus. When was the club founded? Was it 1888, 1894, 1900s, or 1897? And I'm going to play with this as well, too. So, I'm going to guess oh, yeah, sorry. I have to do the countdown. Love this stuff. Is it 1888, 1894, or 1900? Or 1897?
I will say 1900.
Rigo?
No, it has to be. Wait, what is the question?
Bruh.
Or what is the
When
options?
was your favorite club founded?
1888, 1894, 1900, or 1897?
It
I'm
was
saying
it was
1894.
88 or 97. I want to say it was like later in the 1800s. I know that. I think I'm going to say 97.
Correct answer
Back
is
in my
indeed.
day.
What did you say, Paulinho?
I said it was back in my day.
Oh,
So
Bobby?
Mbappe?
So 1900.
Bobby Charlton?
Oh, Bobby Charlton. Sorry, I pressed Mbappe. Okay. You said 1900, mate. Oh, wow. Very, very, very. Enrico,
Mhm.
I am so proud of you for getting this incorrect. But I got this incorrect. 1894 is not
Oh,
1894, but it is indeed 1897. So Rigo, congratulations, mate. Very proud.
yeah, it was in the older 1800s. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't remember exactly, so I legit just took a look at.
November 1st, 1897. All right. Question number 2. What is the capacity of the Alliance Stadium or Juventus Stadium? Is it 35,000, 41,000, 50,000, or 31,000? You have 10 seconds. I'm going to guess it is 50,000. Yeah, 50,000.
I'll go with you, Andrew.
Polino, you said 50,000 as well, too, mate. I think
Oh
so.
no, I said can you repeat the answers?
Love that.
I
35,000,
couldn't hear the first.
41,000, 50,000, or 31,000.
It just got remodeled not too
The
long
second
ago, I
highest.
think.
So you're going to say 41,000.
Yeah.
I'll say 50,000 actually.
Okay, lovely stuff. Well, one of us got it correct, and the two 50,000s are incorrect.
What the fuck? Well, to be fair, I haven't gone.
Excuses. But
Me
yes,
neither.
the correct answer is 41,507.
Damn.
I went
Yes.
yesterday though. I went yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you
Great.
did? Oh, yeah, no, I went for a tryout. Yeah, no, I did go.
Lovely. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
They needed a water boy, so I was like, oh, I'll try out.
fantastic stuff.
I
Okay,
was the water boy chauffeur.
love that stuff. All right, so next question and last question. I think we're all tied up. No, 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 no.
In a non-sexual way. No, did he?
I hope so.
Hey,
Okay.
yo.
Last one. When did Ronaldo join the club? Was it 2016, 2018,
Ooh, ooh.
2019, or 2020? You have 10 seconds. 16, 18, 19, or 20? I'm going to say 18.
2018.
It's 18. It's 18.
Okay, well.
Yeah. We're
Oh,
voted.
well, the correct answer is indeed.
Yes, right.
It is 2018. So yes, tie. So yes, on to the last
Everyone's a
question.
winner.
Good job. Juventus FC, true or false?
True.
Fantastic. Actually, no, this is too easy. Sorry. Next question. And whoever says this correctly first wins. How many times has Juventus reached the Champions League final? If you say the answer, okay, sorry. I'll list it. You can't say it yet. So is it 4, 9, 7, or 5? You have 10 seconds. I'm gonna say
7.
5. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down.
Well, I'll
Where's
go
one of
4
ours?
then.
Are you? Yeah, we're all stupid.
Wait, how many have they won?
9
Was it
times.
1 or 2?
9.
Oh,
9.
it was 9. Okay.
How many times have they reached the
I know
Champions
they had the
League final?
most losses.
That's embarrassing. Okay, how many times has Juventus won the Champions League final? 5, 2, 3, or 4?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say 2.
I'm gonna say 4.
3.
Okay.
Oh,
Correct
there we go.
answer
So we're gonna have
is.
one winner.
Oh, what? You know what that means, lads?
Oh, what? Who won?
You know what that means, lads?
The host.
The host has won the show. Yes, for the first
Oh,
time
wow.
ever and
That's
ever.
insane.
That's crazy. And I promise I wasn't cheating. I was scrolling down to see the answer because once you click it, you do get the answer. So, wow,
That's
dude,
what all the
they
hosts say,
won
by
it.
the way.
So they won the Champions League twice. Interesting. Rigo, how do you feel to lose
Was it-
this show?
Was it
Against your-
twice with Del Piero then? I think so.
Maybe.
No,
how do
I
you
don't
feel?
feel that bad, to be honest.
Okay, nice.
Well,
I got,
one was
what,
yeah,
2
one
right?
was 90s, and then I don't know when the other one was actually.
It was probably
Must
like
have been
the
like much earlier.
yeah. Oh well.
They won in
Well, yeah.
2020. So they won in 2020.
2020?
They didn't win the Champions League in 2020.
Hell no.
That
Hell
was
no.
Bayern.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juventus championship last UEFA Champions League all time. Last championship won in 2020.
No way. Stop. You're like.
Yeah, I just searched it up.
Holy deal. What's this guy smoking,
Well,
man?
I
Wait, then
think it
who won
was. I want to say 94. Oh, it might have been 97. I think
I'm
it's
looking it
94.
up right now too.
It's
It is
97, isn't it?
so they won in 1996
Oh, okay.
and 1983, 84. What?
Yeah, why does
Oh.
it say it says on the web when you look up Juventus last Champions League when it says 2020?
Yeah,
What
that's why I searched up.
What are
That's
they
so
talking
dumb.
about?
They're smoking. All right. Well, lovely stuff. That was the Golden Goal Show champion.
Did you say what the other year they won it was?
Oh. Well, it was. I mean, I see right here
96.
UEFA Cup winners, 1983, 1984.
Oh, 83. Okay.
Interesting. Or no, sorry.
No. It was 1984, 85. Yeah.
84,
84,
85,
yeah.
and 95, 96.
So
yeah.
was that Platini? Platini era.
It was Paul Pogba.
Oh, true.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for coming on the show and watching it, because that's what you do when you have a show. You watch it, you listen, you soak it in your ears. Chapelle Rowan would be so happy about that statement. The biggest Liverpool Chapelle Rowan? Chapelle Rain? Chapelle Rain? Rowan Rose. Rose.
We got the letters in there.
Got it. Lovely. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching the show. Mr. Polino, thank you for joining, as always, mate.
Thank you for having me, Hope.
Anytime, mate, anytime. And Rigo, thank you for joining as well, too, mate. So,
I had a blast. But my name is Scott Starling. I don't know who you're talking
God,
about.
Sterling, oh my God. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, thank you for watching on YouTube, supported by Apple Music and all that. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share it, because without sharing your house, you're gonna know that Salah is a beautiful. He got a nice trim. Got good trim. Everybody, as we say on the show, in 3, 2, 1, love
love
football.
footy football.
Thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.